What's up, everyone? This is DYANAROZAY. Welcome to my channel. I am happy to see you guys again this evening. I got, look, 2 nights in a row I can done a live. Come on in, everybody. I appreciate you guys for joining me tonight. Come on in, come on in, come on in. What's up, Tay T? Hey, Jesse, how are you? Come on in. I'm hoping everyone can hear me. Y'all know what to do. Put your city and state in the chat. Let me call you out for a few seconds to make sure everyone can hear me. I like to see where you guys are coming from. Come on in. Come on in. Got your snacks ready? Good, good. Okay. Listen, this has been a week, huh? This has been a week, 2024. What's up, Canada? How are you? Okay. What's up, New Rochelle? How you doing, Montgomery? Hey, Oklahoma City. Welcome, 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 Boston, New York, Connecticut. Let's see, Glen Mills. Hey, what's up? Hey, Indy, Savannah, Pittsburgh, Port Arthur. What's up? Daytona. Let's see. Oh, Trinidad and Tobago. What's up? Houston. Okay, come on in. Staten Island, New York City, Flint, Michigan in the house. What is up? What is up? Burlington, New Jersey. What is up? Texas again, Chicago. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alabama, welcome. Okay. Nice to see everyone in the chat tonight. Almost 300 of you are watching right now. Please hit that like button. Also become a member of the channel, excuse me, or a subscriber. If you become a subscriber, you can join the chat and get active. Okay, hey, H-Town. What's up, Cookie? Cookie is one of our mods. So anyone that you see with a wrench behind their name, or their name is highlighted in purple. I saw Nola back there. They are our mods. They're here to make sure you have a good time in the chat. So come on in. What's up, Columbus? Kentwood, what's up? What's up? What's up? Akron, Ohio. Okay, that's LeBron City. What's up, Huntsville? I appreciate you guys coming in. Athens, come on in. Little Rock, come on in. All right, y'all, listen, it's been a week. It's been a week. I have been on the phone chit-chatting, trying to get some fresh new information for you guys because I know that you guys have been getting a little bit of information from absolutely everywhere, right? Hey, what's up, Augusta, Georgia? I already put the link at the top because I do want to have an open panel. So if people would like to come up, you are more than welcome to do so, okay? I like to hear people's opinions. These are just our opinions. Let me say that too, okay? In fact, let me go on ahead and put my little thing up here. Go ahead, hit that like, subscribe, your notification bell, share the video. That's how others find me here on YouTube. Make sure you are following me on all platforms at DYANAROZAY. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. Here are the disclaimers that went flying by, but I'm gonna put them back up so that you get to see them for a little longer, just to make sure we don't have no problems, okay? Here's a content disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed, okay, on this channel are those are the speakers. So anybody who comes up to have a chit chat is for those of the speaker, not necessarily reflect me and my opinions or views on this channel, okay? And then this is the fair use disclaimer. And then after I did all that, I might as well go on ahead and put this banner up, child. Get this banner going. This discussion is about reality TV, pop culture, okay? And it's for entertainment purposes only, okay? All views on this channel, all comments said are opinion only and alleged, right? So we're gonna make sure that we are as respectful as possible because we got some serious things that is happening. Okay, I see someone in the back already. So if you do not mind waiting back there, you are more than welcome to do so. People can get lined up. I'm going to tell you guys what I have to share with y'all, and then we will get it started. Okay, what's up, Lady D's? Okay, hey, Linda Gamble. All right, y'all. So let's see. Natalie said, y'all already know what this means, okay? So listen, we're going to just take this little walk. I've been telling y'all this for a minute. I hope that everybody who rocks with me when y'all are on those other channels, if y'all repeat what you heard over here, that you know, make sure to give me just a little bit of credit, okay? But I've been saying some of these things for a minute. a minute and a half, okay? Because I've been recognizing like, okay, right? I listened to what Melody's had to say, I believe back in, it was in May, and she was like, listen, I can't have this conversation with you guys anymore, right? She did her, she called it her day of revelation. So I can't have this conversation with y'all anymore. Everything has gone to her lawyer, and she said the lawyer is going to take care of it. From that point, we were not going to have this conversation anymore. But y'all, like I said, there's really been an interesting timeline of events, okay? Starting with this post, not that one, my bad. Starting with this post right here. You guys come on in, 599 of you are watching right now. Make sure that you hit that like button for me, please. And then I would love for you to be a part of the conversation. So become a subscriber, okay? Become a subscriber and then join the chat. It's always bumping. The chat's always bumping. Lots of really smart, intelligent, funny people come over to join the chat. I always appreciate it. I hope you guys do too, even if you're in the bushes, okay? Go ahead and become a subscriber. You never know what might spark you to want to chit chat. So hit the subscribe button now. That way you can, hit that 1 minute window, because you'll have to be a subscriber for 1 minute before you, before you guys start talking, okay? Oh, hey, Joyce Miles. So make sure that you guys are a subscriber so that you can come up and say what's on your hearts when you're ready, okay? But Melody had made this post. Y'all see the date right there at the top, August 27th. I think it's actually earlier than that. I might have just recopied this, but it was in August, definitely, 2022. Melody had communicated to us back in May, I believe it was, where she said that she had received an image from her ex. She had already had wind of what was going on. She said, I already had an idea of what was going on prior to Carson Blue rocking the internet and sharing what she knew about Martell and his baby mama at the time. So she said, the girl only confirmed what I already knew, okay? But look, as of today, we got another statement. This statement went out to the press. Hold on. Where is my statement? Hold on, y'all. I got, bear with me, okay? I'm having some technical difficulties back here. I thought I had this posted up, but it looks like it has disappeared for some odd reason. But anyway, we're going to get it back up here. Here we go. Let's see. Okay. So anyway, Melody said that she already knew what was going down. She just confirmed it for her. So anyway, she got tagged pretty badly, Miss Blue. She got tagged pretty badly, but it may have actually been helpful. It definitely turned the page on some events after that information went out, including all of those released phone calls that happened right after that. But let me read you guys the statement that was officially posted by Jonelle Witt, that is Martell's publicist. A lot of people were like, when did this happen? So you guys remember the Upscale magazine cover with all of his children. Y'all remember the Upscale party. I think it was like the year of Martell. They gave us some name or title for it. Well, we knew that she was his publicist during that time. But this is what Miss Jonelle had to say. She said, we would like to issue an official statement regarding the recent allegations against Martell Holt concerning harassment text messages to his accuser. They're not giving a specific name, but to his accuser dating back to August 2022. So again, August 2022, Revenge P, really, okay? It is with great concern that we address these accusations. Martell Holt adamantly denies any intentional harm or harassment towards the accuser. So that's an important word, intentional harm. Sounds like he's admitting something happened, but it was not intentional harm or intentional harassment. We believe that these allegations are a result of a misunderstanding, and we are confident that the legal process will ultimately vindicate Mr. Holt. Martell remains committed to being a devoted father and maintaining a positive, healthy, co-parenting relationship with Mrs. Rogers or excuse me, Ms. Rogers, let me correct that, Ms. Rogers and Ms. Curry for the well-being of their children. Despite the challenges presented, Martell will continue to focus on his role as a responsible parent and contribute positively to his community. We urge the public and media to approach this. Let me get to the second page, child. To approach this with fairness, approach this matter with fairness and sensitivity. And then the next side goes, considering the impact of such allegations, then what it can have on individuals and their families. We are confident that the legal proceedings unfolding, the truth will emerge and Martell Holt will be exonerated. We appreciate your understanding and respect for Martell's privacy during this time. So that's the official press statement that came out this afternoon. I think I caught it around 2. So I wanted to just, again, follow up with you because we are a fan of the show. We've been following this process for a little while, right? Like I said, a whole lot of things happened. This post happened in August of 2022. Then we got an opportunity to see the show, season 6A, where we got a chance to meet this young lady for the first time who said she was an acquaintance of AC, Martell's baby mama, and then she kind of dropped a whole load of things off that was very shocking to a lot of people, right? So Carson Blue was on the show. We saw Martell blow up, go on to Sheba's channel and, shared a lot of things there. I think he even at one point said that he admitted to sending a text, right? He admitted to sending a text and said that he was provoked. I believe that is the language that he used, if I'm not mistaken. You guys can tell me in the comments what you think, okay? Of course, all of those audios started dropping from Original Straight No Chaser. And when we got the audio that was released to the public, right? I'm just going to share as the public, we the viewers or fans that follow the show, but it was really listen to it. It didn't just have to be us that watched the show. Whoever listened to it, we talk about it, and then thousands upon thousands of people retweet, talk about it, things like that. People were growing frustrated in regards to the viewers, frustrated with how is all of these things happening and no one's being arrested, no one's being is charges actually being filed? Like there's a lot of emotion from people who are watching. But the charges when the audio came out from Original Straight No Chaser, I remember Melody doing the video where she was singing, her and her family, saying, "This is it, okay? This is proof that you guys, talked about this tape. You offered, remember, I can send this tape to you right now, Nay, right now. I can send it. My sister saw it. I think that's all I heard her say. She was denying ever having a conversation with Carson about it, which we all know is absolutely ignorant, because how would Carson just pull that conversation out of midair? Clearly you discussed it, right? Clearly you discussed it, but people try to backtrack. It is what it is. But yeah, all of those things happen, right? So I actually ended up talking to someone else who is in the profession, legal profession, just to say, listen, this is what is out there now. And just getting a perspective on what their thoughts were, right? And again, I know a lot of people were like, how did he get released and all these other things? And what they communicated is that this is very, very typical, okay? Very, very typical that, they would only be held for a few hours and then be released. He was like, and I'm just telling you what he shared with me. What he shared with me is not Melody's. This is not Melody's lawyer. What they have could be far worse, could be less. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying I'm just giving you guys an opinion. So let me make sure that I stress that. I am giving you my opinion. I am telling you what I had that could have been just regular kitchen talk conversation. But what I'm having with you, I always consider kitchen talk conversation with my friends. Okay. Thank you, Linda Gamble. If you are watching this video right now, be sure to hit that like button. Okay. Be sure to become a subscriber and become a member too, child. Why don't you do that? Miss Nola, if you do not mind, if you're in the chat, could you drop the link, please? And thank you, honey. Okay. Uh-oh. I see people getting about it in those comments. Let's see. Let me make sure I don't miss anything. I'm reading, and so I'm not paying attention so much. I'm hoping that my moderators are taking care of everything, which I know they are. But again, I would like for you guys to be respectful in the comments as well. So I understand that everybody has an opinion, but make sure that your opinion doesn't go too far with how you're communicating with others. Okay. But anyways, like I said, I was having just basic conversation. I am not a lawyer. The person I spoke to is a lawyer, but he is not a lawyer for Alabama. He's not licensed in Alabama. And he was just sharing information with me. Okay. So I'm just talking. That's it. We just talking. Okay. But he said that you can expect that he would have been arrested. He said that's going to happen. He's going to be arrested. He said that um, domestic violence third degree, even though it is set as a misdemeanor, could also be processed as a felony in the state of Alabama. So a lot of people were saying, this isn't accurate. This isn't accurate because said your StreamYard link is already, yep, my StreamYard link is already pinned, baby. So if you guys need to come up, you can right now. The misdemeanor could still be considered a felony under Alabama law. That's what he said when he looked it up. He also said that there's a law in the books that Alabama can still sentence people to hard labor. He said he's never seen that. He was like, that shows you how drastic or harsh the state is with the laws. He went, yeah, you can still be sentenced to hard labor in Alabama, and that if you can get out, you should get out. He said, if you can get the hell out of there, you should get the hell out of there. Okay. Let's see what else he said. He said that harassing phone calls is considered threatening. And again, I just shared with what I knew, could sending an image of, yourself in an intimate way with someone to somebody else in a threatening manner, could that fall under the harassing telecommunications? And he said, absolutely. He said, absolutely, it could fall under there. A lot of people were talking about Martell's mugshot and him smiling in this mugshot. I only bring this up because of how many people discussed it. He said that if anybody retains him and, as a lawyer, he said, my first bit of advice to you would be that if you're ever arrested and have to take a mugshot, make sure that you smile. That's what he said. He said, this is actually good. He was like, this is exactly what any good lawyer would tell their client. Make sure you smile when you take the mugshot, because a face that is frowning or whatever else will be that a jury would rip it apart. They would make you're guilty simply by the way your face looks if you're frowning. So just an FYI, just because people were asking about it, I asked the question, what the hell is up with that, right? He said that the zero bond domestic hold, he said that could be a number of things. Maybe there was no bond. He said maybe it was because the magistrate couldn't give a bond, that he had to wait for a judge, but he was bonded out in 38, or excuse me, 3 hours, it looks like. So they said that it could have been any number of things, and he could have just been let out on his own recognizance because he is a low-level celebrity, right? But he said he is definitely going to receive a court date. So he will be able to plead guilty or not guilty. But he also said, just don't shoot the messenger. He also said, just based on the class, and that if he's considered a first-time offender, because there doesn't appear to be anything else on the books or any other charges in his history, he may not get jail time. That is what the lawyer said, who does not live in the state of Alabama, who is not licensed in Alabama. So just sharing that as thought for you guys, okay? So we are basically having a continued conversation that we've been having for the last 2 nights, right? About this. And I wanted to make sure that you guys can get information. We're just chit-chatting because, again, Melody has not come out and shared anything. He also said that the best person to get this information from would be the victim. He said that everything else is, we're just guessing. The best person to get the information from is the victim, and to just pay attention to what the victim has to say. And then, wait for everything else to be issued in regards to a court date, pay attention to the court date, and all of that good stuff, okay? Yes, he could still get probation. He could still get a fine. And it is still a record, period. It's a record. It's a record that you would want to keep because she was harassed. It's a record that you want to keep because you want to make sure that no more boundaries are crossed, no more lines are crossed, that you are able to move forward and co-parent effectively. And if that isn't the case, then you have, you're armed with the information you need to go back to court. So all of those things are important, okay? So that is what I am sharing at the moment. But yeah, that is what it looks like it's stemming from, since they did give us an actual date, August of 2022, okay? And now I'm going to bring some people up to the stage. Let me get you all up here. Hi, Courtney. Hi, TL. Hi, Bad Apple. Hi, Simone.
Hey, Diana.
Hi,
Good
honey.
evening, ladies.
Hi, Cheryl.
Hi.
Hello,
Hi.
everybody.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hi, Golden. Hi, Terica.
Hi,
Okay,
Hi.
everyone.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
we're going to go one at a time, child, okay? We're going to start with Courtney, but first let me say, we have 1,366 of you watching the video right now. Make sure you hit that like button, please. Become a subscriber, join the chat. And yeah, we are talking about Martell Holt still, okay? About Martell Holt still. And we are going to, I just gave you guys some new information. The interview with, I don't know what the date was with Queen. I remember it being, I think it followed Melody's Day of Revelation video. So it was definitely in 2023. Outside of that, let's start with Miss Courtney. Okay, what's up, Courtney? What's your thoughts on everything?
Hey, Diana. Hey, panel. Hey, chat. I just wanted to, I just wanted to start off with his man, Melody is scorned.
Yeah, right.
Ariana is with Martell now.
Oh,
She's
my
standing by her man. What else
No,
did she
that's her
say?
forbidden.
It
No,
was a
that's
text
her
message
forbidden.
from a year ago, he said, and it was nothing but Melody's still upset that everything that happened. She said Melody can be upset, but she's basically saying Melody scorned, and you know.
Oh, my God. Okay, I'm sorry. I
So,
didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm
Oh,
oh
sorry.
no, it's no
listen,
problem.
the
So
text message was from a year ago, but it wasn't, I mean, at the end of the day, it was serious.
But we
even
have to
if it
remember
was
the
from a
wheels of
year ago,
justice move slow, ladies. The
right?
wheels of justice move slow. She may have been doing this, but she may have had to pick and prod prosecutors, law enforcement to start investigating. Remember, she's a Black woman in Alabama. They don't give a damn about
I
us.
don't even think
Let me also
initial.
say this. sorry about that, guys. I just want to say, I just
Go
wanted to say this because I did ask the question, how long does it typically take for an incident like this to move into, to move down the wheels of justice and for someone to be arrested? He said it could take up to 2 years, period. And then
See,
Yep.
he said
exactly.
he said if it was, and that's for the misdemeanor. And he said if it was a felony, it could take
Felony.
up to 6 years.
Exactly.
Said,
Exactly.
depending on, again, when she started this, and she meaning Melody Cherie, just an FYI, again, I did not talk to her. Let me state that, child. I don't want any problems. I never talked to her about any of this. But when you have something that goes for that long, right? Because if she did this when it initially happened last year, he said sometimes victims are in a different place. But once those wheels start rolling, it could be something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, now do you still want to go to court? Do you still want to do this? So he was giving me all of these different scenarios. He was like, that is why people get so frustrated with the legal system when you have an incident like this, because we think that we can just march on down to the police station and the police will be like, okay, girl, you can get in the back seat while I go pick this mofo up, right? It's not like that. They
Exactly.
case, and then depending on what they got on their desk is when they decide to get to you. They literally put it in order of how of importance for them, and it could take a long time. So when everybody else was getting frustrated, okay, even though it wasn't actually happening to us, but when everybody else was getting frustrated, it was no fault of anybody. It was just how the system works, and we have to keep that in mind. And that's for someone who actually pressed charges. So when people are always screaming on people that that go through horrible traumatic experiences, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, that we are piling on to their experience by making them feel like you're not moving at our pace, right?
Exactly.
Sorry about
And
that.
she could have started the process in August of 2022, and they just have taken all of this time to get to where we are today.
100 could have happened. Right. Right. Okay, I'm gonna let you finish up, Courtney, because I have so many
Okay.
people up here wanting to talk today. Go ahead.
I had a question. Did you ask it because Ariane, would she not be charged because because Martell did send a text message, and even though Ariane is on audio admitting to receiving, the video and what he wanted her to do with the video, because she didn't send it, would she not be charged, or did you ask that?
So I also shared some stuff this morning. Again, don't
She
know what.
showed it though, right?
So what I want to say is, so right now it's telling me that I have all the people that I can have on the stage, but I know that there's people still trying to get in, you guys. So as I get wrap people up, then you will be able to come on. So just so you know, I'm aware that you are back there trying to get in. I just don't have I only have enough room for 10 people at a time. So it'll be just a little bit. But from what I'm understanding, when these situations happen, based on it, and I don't know what the charges are because we don't have those charges. We don't know until we get the charge. So let me just say that we don't know anything more until we see exact charges.
Okay.
That's the best I could communicate.
Okay. And
Okay.
I'm gonna wrap it up really quick because I know you have a lot of people waiting and a huge panel. I just want to say, I hope people stop victim shaming. I hope people consider that Mel is the victim in this situation. It doesn't matter how long it was. That's such a violation. Martell, I hope this keeps him at bay now. I hope he sees that she's not playing. She's serious about her peace. And I hope this keeps him at bay and he's learning that, she's not playing with him. And I also think I stick to this. I think this is why he came out with Ariane. I think he knew this was coming. They were saying the warrant had been out there. I think he knew it was coming, so he wanted to show like a family structure with Ariane and also to keep her on his side. So if they ever question her, she's right there under him. And so I just want to send prayers to Melody and her children and her family during this time. I hope she keeps her head up, stays prayerful, and I'm just rooting for her.
Okay. I'm happy that you came up to say that. I appreciate you. You're always smart and amazing. Okay.
Thank you, Diana, as you are.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You says,
Bye-bye.
okay. Bye-bye. Okay. Up next, we got Miss TL. How are you, Miss TL?
I am amazing. How are you guys? Hi, Diana. Hi, panel. Hi, mods. Hi, chat.
Hi.
So, you know,
Hey.
hey. So what I'm thinking is that statement was the wording of that statement was very telling, right? Every
Mhm.
time, it seems as though every time Martell gets in trouble, he always drops the fact that he's such a great father.
Mhm.
He always does that. And it's like, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about what you did. Let's focus on that. He tries to cloud whatever he does wrong with that statement. And
Mhm.
it just really bugs me. And the
Mhm.
second thing I want to say was that, and I'd love to get a lawyer or some legal person's view on this, because the other content creator had him on video saying what he was going to do. We know that Ariane was on the video saying that she released it. Will they look at those recordings? Can they be added as evidence in court?
So again, we don't know what the charges are. We don't know what the specifics of the charges are,
Right.
other than it is just to be clear, because the first words you read were domestic violence.
Correct.
It was not. It had nothing to do with anything physical
Right.
at all. It was all through telecommunications. That's number one, and then you have to see specifically what those charges are. If he had to surrender his phone or computer, whether or not they are looking to see whether that video or image went to anyone else, things
Gotcha.
like that. And it's a harassment charge. So she's basically saying that he threatened her with that image, which we
Okay.
already know because we've heard him verbally communicate, right? So we know what that is. And we've also heard his baby mama also say, and it doesn't look like he's denying it.
Right.
According to the statement, they're saying it's a misunderstanding. And
Right. Exactly.
He admitted to it on Queen Sheba. Ain't no
Right.
misunderstanding.
he,
So what I
He
hear
admitted
is
to it.
these charges are more than likely about what he did,
right,
not what we've seen and heard, on audio per se.
correct. He's saying
Okay.
it was adamantly denies any intentional harm or harassment. That is what the communication is in that statement. So adamantly denies intentional harm or harassment, not necessarily denying that something happened, but denying that it was, done to do harm or harass is
Well, that's
what's
interesting because he
BS.
said not intentionally. When we heard that audio of him saying, "Yes, I did this," he even said, "I don't care what happens to me. I'm going to do it if she doesn't stop." So it was intentional because he said he didn't care what happened to him.
But
so
not in Hotel's head.
Exactly.
correct, correct.
Wow.
And him admitting that should be able to be used in court because he went on an interview. It wasn't like he was being recorded secretly. He knew that this was on Queen Sheba's page.
And he
So
volunteered that
they
information.
should be
She didn't
able,
say, "Did you
exactly,
do this?" She
Exactly.
volunteered that information.
exactly. So that should be admissible. But anyway, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's okay. But I agree. He volunteered that information. She wouldn't have known it had he not said it.
I'm sorry, you guys. I had to I had to make sure that I just got some information. So I'm gonna have you talk amongst yourselves for a little bit and make sure that I'm doing something correctly. Okay, just want to make sure.
But I agree with
Okay.
that last caller that we really
But
should
yeah,
just keep
you're
Mel
right.
and the children.
He admitted.
Yeah, she keep Mel and the
Mhm.
children and her mother and the brother in prayer because he's so unhinged. We have no idea what he'll do.
I like the fact that
Absolutely.
Melody turned that information in. No,
Immediately
Yes.
too.
he's not outside.
Immediately.
He's not outside the courthouse with a picket sign saying "Arrest him! Arrest him! Arrest him!" She had no choice but to turn that information in, so that she
Exactly.
can have more evidence
Okay.
of all the stuff and more like he has a pattern of
Mhm.
doing this. He has a
Right.
pattern.
I have an answer for you about AC. I have
Uh-oh.
an answer. So the lawyer responded back.
Ooh,
Uh,
child.
the question was if the girlfriend or baby mama, who we know, was ended up telling other people about this tape or image, would she also be arrested? And the response is no, not unless she was an active participant to the conspiracy to falsify evidence. So that would have to be proven. Okay.
Okay.
But she showed,
Well,
she
she
said
did
she
say
sent it to
it.
her
She
sister.
said,
She
she
said she
said,
sent it to her
She's
sister.
no,
So
not
not
about
only
that.
that, but
She
you're right,
said
she
that
admitted it. He
he
admitted
was
that
trying
he
to
asked
tell her to act like he was another guy, to
Right.
make
Yep.
up a fake
So,
page,
Right.
to post it.
so
To me,
you know
that's
what that means?
conspiracy. I mean, we don't know, but that's conspiracy, just what LaDawn said. She said he wants me to create a Facebook page and post it. I mean,
To act like it's a different guy. I'm a
exactly.
different guy.
So you know what
And
that
not
means?
only that, but Diana,
She
just
said
like
that
you said,
to-
she told Nay, I can send you this right now.
So
I can
she
send you
is,
this right now. That is that not being a
Yeah,
part of the
she was
conspiracy?
willing to share it.
you know
But
what
I
else
thought,
that means, guys? Listen, that means that this one right here could be in court.
oop,
I'm sure she'll be
Well, she
willing
said
to,
she
because
was
she don't
that's
like
absolutely
what I
that.
was
willing
gonna
to
say.
do
What up,
so.
Carson? What up, Carson?
That means that she could be in court as a
Yeah.
witness.
Prime
So
witness.
And she
She's
said she
prime
was
witness.
absolutely willing. She was down to go to court and testify.
I
She
will
said,
do
Not
it.
only that, she said that she told Ariane not to do it. She goes, no, don't do that.
Mhm.
I think she'd be a
Well,
great
and
witness.
also that other content creator should be the one that's been releasing all them secret calls, because that's where the tapes were. Now I don't know about the recordings in, I don't know what state the Navy girl, whatever her name is, lives in, but I would hope that they could use that, because she verbally is saying, I can send it to you, Nate. I can send it to you right now. You know, her thick
but did
tongue
she send
is.
it? Did Nay actually receive it though? Because you
She did.
have to.
Right. Did
So
she
we didn't hear
distribute
her
it? Did
say
she?
that she received it, but we don't know if she received. But we didn't hear that. We didn't
But
hear
she
that.
was willing to share it. That means she's viewed it multiple times, and she
She
says
said,
she
"I
has shared
do."
it with her sister.
She said she shared it with her sister.
But
Yep.
Diana, can I say something?
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
saying that she may not go to jail?
I'm just reading the statement.
Well,
No, when we asked if she would be arrested, no,
okay.
not unless she was an active participant to the conspiracy
Okay.
to falsify evidence. So the evidence being, if anything had been tampered with, it sounds like to me, anything that was tampered with after these charges were made. So did you try to falsify anything, make it seem like, a duck wasn't a duck? What happened? That's what I'm thinking, because I told you guys yesterday, I think, that everything is going to fall on him first. We need your phone, we need your computer, we need the images, we need the video. Where did who received these things after you had them? So there will be traces made. And then, because she is clearly in it, y'all, she clearly is in it. And you know what I'm saying?
And it might come rolling down later.
It could come rolling down later.
Exactly.
Yep.
But in my opinion, she's in prison anyway. She's in prison. She's just not behind bars. But she got the toughest
Boom.
warden
That part.
that you could possibly imagine, and that's Miss Martell Hope. She got her warden, so she's in prison. Whether she know it or not, she's in prison, and mainly in her brain.
Right.
She's in prison.
Right.
She's in prison when you're dealing with Martell. She's in prison. She's
Right.
in prison.
Well, you guys, I got 1,534 of you watching this video right now. Please make sure you hit the like button. Also become a subscriber and go ahead and become a member too. Why not? Okay. We are talking about Martell Holt and the recent statement that he made, or his publicist made on his behalf, basically saying that there was a text that was sent back in August of 2022 that right now is the subject of harassment with law enforcement. Martell Holt adamantly denies any intentional harm or harassment toward the accuser.
Of course he does.
Now, nobody knows the name of the accuser. However, because we have all been around, it is in the public consciousness, we already are aware of this. There was a text that was sent back in August of 2022 where we saw Melody respond. Now, the text went to Melody. We did not see the text. Melody later communicated that the text was an image of her and her ex-husband, okay, her husband at the time. She admitted that she did a video. She said, this is very embarrassing for me. I hate that I even have to come on here and have this conversation with you guys about something that I did with a man that I thought I could trust. It was my husband. If
Right.
you need to go back to that video, you absolutely can. It is called the Day of Revelation. It is on my YouTube page, so make sure that you check that out. But anyway, you let us know everything. I did not think that I would be sitting here with you right now. This is embarrassing as hell for me, but yes, I did this. I had 4 kids by this man. Everybody knows that we got down when we had to get down. Okay.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I didn't expect him to turn against me or use that image or video against me. And she said right now it is a matter for her lawyer, and that is all she could say at that time. That is how she communicated it. Okay.
I believe at that time is when she started. I truly believe that she made that video that day, I believe that's when the wheels started turning. And it just takes extremely long time for this to get to where we are today. It just does, unfortunately. And not just with things like this, any case you might file, it just unfortunately it can take 2 years or more sometimes.
I wonder how many years ago that video was that they did, because he held on to that thing for a reason.
Child, listen.
Right?
It's heartbreaking that,
He's evil.
things can go so ugly.
He's been trying to get at her. I think he probably held on to a lot of things because he would want to use it against her if she gets out of line.
Right,
That's
exactly.
what a narcissist does.
He was
Let
using
me
it.
go to Bad Apple because I have so many people trying to come.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Diana, that's okay. I will step down, but thank you guys so much. I will step down so someone else can get on.
I appreciate you, TL. Come back.
You're welcome. Okay, do I just hit leave? Just hit leave?
Yep, just hit leave. Okay.
Gotcha. See you guys later. Have a great evening.
You too.
Bye.
Hey, Miss Bad Apple, how are you, honey?
Hey, Diana, I'm just peachy. How about you?
I'm awesome. I'm not, awesome with the circumstances because, it is heavy.
I am.
You,
Oh yeah. You know how we discussed yesterday?
yes.
Like I really don't care whether he goes to jail or not.
Mm-hmm.
I want this incident to impact the custody situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said yesterday, I am hoping that Melody is able to use this to affect her getting primary custody of her kids. Mm-hmm. Not just that, but to bar that lady from being around her kids.
Well, child,
listen, because listen, she definitely is a co-conspirator.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot, that cannot be negated. She is a co-conspirator. She offered the footage to a content creator. She may have even distributed the footage to said content creator. She showed it to multiple people. If not, distributed the video to them as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There's no way to say she's not a co-conspirator.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm just hoping the outcome of this is that Melody gets, number one, primary custody of her kids. Not that Martell can't see the kids, but that he gets a weekend, that he gets like every other weekend, like they do it here in Texas. They don't be playing that half and half.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, who got the money?
Mm-hmm.
Whoever got the money gets the kids.
That's true.
And the one that ain't got the money, Shawty, you get a weekend, you get every other weekend, you get every other holiday, because you ain't got it like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the co-conspirator who hates their mother, who's out to hurt the victim, she should not be around them kids.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's
At the
heavy.
end of the day, when you look at what you're actually dealing with, because at the end of the day, and I asked this as a poll question maybe a year or so ago, can you love or be the best person for the children if you are attacking the mother on a regular basis? Isn't that like a hard, especially if you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or another partner that is also attacking the mama, like that's that's a
Yeah, they don't
that's
see
a
here.
nightmare.
They do not play about domestic violence.
Mhm,
If you acting a fool around them kids, you get charges.
correct.
You get terroristic threat charges.
Right.
And they don't play. They not playing. They don't play. Alabama is, I don't know what.
And terroristic charge in Massachusetts is 2 years. I got 2 years for that.
Wow.
You
Yes,
got 2
sir.
years for that, ma'am?
Yep. When I
You
did
doing?
something back in the days, and I said, if you move, I will pow you. That
Uh-oh.
man sure went to that judge and said, I'll be having nightmare. I got charged with terroristic threat, and I got 2 years in jail for that.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear
You know
that.
that was back
I
in my
mean,
wild days. You know that was years ago, Diana.
ABA, thank you so much for blessing the channel. Oh yes, I know. I remember, child. Look, it's like we were there. We know you've been up to some things. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm Ladon. I'm praying for you in your situation because you've been through some, boy. You've been up through there. Like,
Ladon lived.
And
Okay.
they trying to
yeah,
get me for look bad apple, and they trying to get me for being a good Samaritan. They just
yes, I know it. I know. I heard when you were talking about that, and I'm like, dang, they really are something in Massachusetts. Like, I have heard about Boston for so long. I mean, that's crazy. But as far as Melody situation go, I'm so glad to hear that this is a record. Like, this is something that goes in your record
Mm-hmm.
because listen,
I asked like if because it's low level, it's a C misdemeanor, blah blah blah. He was like, if ever this happens, you are encouraged. You're still encouraged. Let me say that out loud because sometimes people hear, oh well, they're not going to do this and they're not going to do that, and it takes this long. You are still encouraged to go to the police. You're still encouraged to file a report. Just
Yep.
FYI, you should never be, feel like the law isn't going to do what they're supposed to do. You should always want to file those charges, and hopefully you see justice with you, but you never know what that person's capable of someone else. So, being able to
Diana, ask your friend, that attorney, if he's found guilty, does he have to register as a off? I don't want to say the word.
I
You
was
know what I
wondering
mean.
that same thing because
No,
yeah,
well, you know
that
what?
would be
Get more
so
no,
great.
about that,
no.
what those charges look like. I will ask that question, okay? Just to make sure that we don't spin this too far out. But I am going to move on to Miss Simone so I can get a hold, make sure
Wait, let me say this one
uh-oh,
thing.
okay.
I saw somebody in the chat say that Slaw was talking about a surprise for this year or whatever, and that it might have been that they got married and so that she don't have to testify against him. Baby, she already testified.
Ooh, ain't that the truth? She
She
really,
already testified. It's recorded. It's on
really
record.
now I have to
So
say,
that's that.
so someone's saying that Huntsville has old DV laws. When I spoke to the lawyer, he said that the DV laws there are pretty updated. In fact, they have higher. He says they have a lot of different codes than what he would have saw in the area he's located. So he said they've added a lot more to theirs to make sure that they're not doing harassing calls like back-to-back calls, all of those things that people do. Y'all know what I mean. Just annoying calls, like trying to keep up with them, annoying emails, all that stuff. He's like, for whatever reason, there might be a lot of people over there in Huntsville that don't know how to break ties clean all the way. You know what I mean?
it must be
Right.
in the water.
Well, thank you, Diana. I must drop down. Hey, Hannah Grace.
Hey,
And I'm going back down to the chat. Y'all enjoy the
Hello,
evening.
Queens.
thank you, Bad Apple.
Hello.
Hey, Anna.
Okay.
Okay.
Diana, honey.
Simone, what do you got for it?
Okay. Well, I'm piggybacking off of Bad Apple. Now, remember yesterday the snot brother who's doing the construction, the contract work on the building that it hasn't been done or hasn't been completed yet. He came out and said, please pray for the whole cast. With this situation, if they are going and looking at phones and seeing, because I don't care what you do, you can't erase and delete anything anymore. Period. Everything's going to the cloud. And I'm pretty sure most of them ninjas down there have iPhones. So if they trace his phone to see who, because remember when all but that second reunion, he was adamant about this. You know, she was with someone else, and I got the recording. He kept saying the recording. I bet you money that he sent that to them snot brothers. I bet you money and them women to prove to a quote unquote attempt to prove his point. Because why would this Shrek fool come out yesterday talking about pray for the entire cast?
I mean,
Why not pray for the
normal.
victim?
Nothing he does is actually, you know, is
No, I'm not talking about the crazy. I mean, well, I don't think they are. Sam, I'm not talking about the crazy. I'm talking about the one that was doing the construction on this season. The one that he was on there for a brief minute. The
His
one,
name is Micah.
he's a big
Pray
big
for the
guy.
entire cast. Yeah, but I would say for all of them. I actually thought that he was being facetious when he posted this message. I didn't
think he's saying praying because his brothers might get caught up in that mess. If it was released to them and sent to them, forwarded to them, and them ninjas may have forwarded it to someone else, forwarded it to their wives. I think this rabbit hole is about to get deeper. I think we start with this fool that got arrested yesterday and dig deeper. But I'm so glad that it's gotten to this. I really think that I do know for a fact the wheels of justice do move slow. So I believe she started this process back when she addressed it on that IG story. Revenge P. That's whack. I think you showed it a minute ago. So I think she started that process then, and we're right at the 1.5 year mark. So that makes sense. And unfortunately, with justice and our court systems, they don't care about us. So they see this woman coming in there to, filing a police report on this situation. They're going to take their times investigating, going to talk to people, going to talk to him, or whatever. It just takes time, especially if there's not a lot of interest. So,
guys, I got another answer for y'all.
Okay.
Listen, so the question was, if found guilty, would he have to register as an SO? And the response back was no, would not have to do that at all, is what communicated. Okay.
Well, as long as it's on his record, that's all we need. We need it on his record so she can, like Bad Apple and others were saying, that hopefully she could utilize that to the courts, because this is not going to be handled by the same judge that handles the child situation. But she can use this and all of the evidence that I'm pretty sure that she's kept, because just think, he sent that to her, and we know about that. We can only imagine, and I am almost positive, I will bet money she has stacked up every other harassing thing he sent her. All the time she had to change her numbers and all of that. So I'm pretty sure she's going to submit that into evidence to build onto this, to add on to this, so can hopefully get him convicted on this. So she probably has a lot of evidence that we have no idea about all of the threats. I'm pretty sure he's threatened her before. This wasn't the first time, and so, but I'm sorry, I know I don't want to ramble, but I think I'm glad we're here. I do hope that they can find something to throw on that bird and put something on her record as well. Because she deserves it. She needs to just file harassing charges on her. He got that heifer around her kids, knowing that she don't like her. I mean, I couldn't do it, Diana. I could not do it. Melody is a strong God-fearing woman, because I'm telling you all right now, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it to know that she's around there attempting to poison those children's minds with the rhetoric that she might be saying whenever she's around him, because she's getting ready to say on the reunion this weekend or next weekend that she's there every day, that the children are there. You know, she could accidentally on purpose leave that video playing on her phone or put it on the big screen of their mother. I can't, this whole thing is just, I'm sorry, did I say something wrong?
Mm-mm. We're just making sure that people recognize we just having a conversation, child.
Okay. Oh, allegedly, in my opinion. So
Okay.
this whole thing, I'm glad we got some, this has been, he's been charged, or hopefully we'll see the incident report, charge report very soon. I'm sure one of the other channels or you'll be getting that soon. But I'm very glad we're here, and I just hope that, you know, she keeps. I ain't gonna hope. I know she is. She's gonna keep her foot on his neck. She needs to keep her foot
Hopefully he
on
learn a
his neck.
lesson.
Okay, so we got 1,664 people watching. Make sure that you hit that like button. Also become a subscriber or a member of the channel. Actually become both. Hell, do both of them. Ain't no big deal. Okay, but we're
I'll
gonna
drop down now. Thank you so much for having me up.
thank you, Simone. I appreciate you.
Bye, ladies.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
I'm gonna move on to Miss Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. What are your thoughts on all of this?
Hi, Diana. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Hi, Chad. How you doing? Hi, Hannah. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Cheryl.
Hi.
Hello, Queen.
Hey, babe. How you doing? Listen, this all stemmed from the big dummy, little buddy. We found out that little bud is a dud. That's what Melody said. But at the end of the day, this all stemmed from Martell. Everything that comes out of that man's mouth, Martell is a pathological liar, and everything that comes out of his mouth, he never has any proof or any evidence. So what does he go do? He go and try to conjure up fake receipts to make it look like Melody was cheating on him, because he had no kind of evidence or proof that she did, or anything for that matter. Martell been on this smear campaign for I don't know how long, because Melody is a constant reminder of how inadequate he is. And he know he inadequate. And he know he ain't worth shit. He know that. He know he ain't shit. Martell look in the mirror every day. He know he ain't shit. So he did this to try to make it look like Melody was to blame for breaking up this marriage. Which is why he brought Ariane on live, because Martell likes to pretend. He's an actor. And he's right. Believe what he tell you when he say he's an actor. He got up there, put Ariane up there to make it look like they doing good and they're this happy family, because he never takes accountability. So what he'll do, he'll try to put it all on Melody. Oh, she was the problem in the marriage. You see me and Ariane, we're getting along. We're co-parenting. We're doing this and we're doing that. Then when the cameras turn off, he abused her like crazy. He's never going to show y'all that on the video. He only going to show you the times when they're having good times. He never going to show you times when he abuses the shit out of her. He ain't going to show you that. So this is
allegedly, in your opinion.
Allegedly, and in my opinion. I'm sorry. Allegedly, and in my opinion. So all of this stems from the fact that this woman does not want this man anymore. And since Melody had left Martell, he has been on a spiral, because he knows that Melody is never coming back to him. He noticed by now that Melody ain't coming back. That name change, signed, sealed, and delivered everything. That's the bottom line. And Martell and Martell is like I told you, her Dirty Bird and him, they're in their own private prison. They're in their own private prison.
That is true, child.
Where they're limited. They don't have money. He don't even have food to feed his. He don't even have food to put on his effing table. So at the end of the day, he's mad because he's seen Melody glowing up. She's moved on. He wants people to sit here and continue to keep victimizing Melody of what she went through in the past. That's the past. Melody's trying to forget all of that, what he did to her. She's moving on. So unlike him, he want to keep victimizing her of something he did to her in the past. And Melody has moved on from that. She's nobody's victim. Like she said, she's nobody's victim. She's a survivor. That's what Melody is. She survived his reign of terror.
That's true.
So, and every time he look at Ariane, she's also a constant reminder of how he destroyed his marriage. He let her destroy his marriage.
Mm-hmm.
A constant reminder that he'll never get Melody back. And as far as Marshall, he need to shut up because he's the one who helped him cheat.
Mm.
So he can take them prayers are not even going to go past the ceiling because
Without,
he helped that man cheat and he helped him ruin his marriage. So
so
Marshall know what he can do
are
with
you
the prayers.
saying that you do not believe Marceau's statement of "I've heard the unfortunate news and my thoughts and prayers go out to the victims," or go out to everyone involved? My bad.
Oh my God.
He said, "My thoughts and prayers go out to everyone involved in this terrible situation."
But where was his thoughts and prayers when he was helping Martell cheat?
I don't know.
When he was meeting up with the dirty bird?
His explanation on camera, if we're listening to that one, when he said the Houston trip, remember he was in the kitchen and he said, "I believed everything Martell said because you were evil to us." That was what Marceau said in the kitchen. And Melly said, "Wait a minute. Because
And they allowed his mother-in-law to keep calling her 304 because of that stuff. They knew what was going on. They never came out before.
And like Melody said, she ain't checking for him anyway. She ain't checking for him. She never was checking for him. He just want to have something to say. He another one who don't take accountability. He helped Martell cheat. That's it.
I mean,
He
they
don't
tried
never
to
have to
run.
admit it, but he
Did they
did.
try to run Van name through the mud too?
Huh?
Her mom? I said, didn't they try to run Van name through the mud too? The Scott's
Yeah,
brother?
his psycho
Yeah.
brother, basement
Yeah.
Billy. He coming out saying stuff.
okay, we don't know. All right.
But that's all I gotta say, though.
I appreciate you, child. Come back, okay? Make sure you always chit chat with us. Okay, let's talk to Miss Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl, what's your thoughts and opinions on all things?
Cheryl?
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Golden.
Oh,
my bad. I talked to Miss Cheryl. I'm looking at the wrong name. Hey, Miss Golden, I'm so sorry. How
That's
are
okay,
you?
sis. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm happy to catch you live because oh my God, it's been like forever. I work every Saturday now, every Saturday night. So it's like,
I'm happy that you are a part of the live tonight as well. Come on in.
yes. I'm never happy for like anybody's, downfall. I would never pray for anybody's downfall. But I gotta say, this has been a long time coming.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like this man has been plotting for a very long time, ever since Mel filed for divorce
Mm-hmm.
and actually pulled the trigger and divorced him on that reunion. What was that? Season 3, season 4, where he was going on and on about his evidence. He got the tape. He got the tape about the fellatio. Didn't you perform fellatio? He was plotting and planning way back then. Too stupid to realize that all this is on TV, bruh. It's on TV. What's wrong with you?
Sometimes people they're not there. Sometimes, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I know people don't think this to be true, but if you've grown enough, you know this is true. Sometimes things will take a hold of your mind, especially if you're trying to do some revenge mess, and you'll be so caught up in getting revenge that you cannot think straight. You just don't process well. You don't process. That's why you're supposed to, put your burdens down and give them to the Lord so you can
Amen. Well, he should have been on the morning's
straight and
bench.
narrow. Huh?
He should have been on his knees. He should have been prostrate at the altar a long time ago. Because first of all, that demon don't have no reason to want revenge. What is he revenging for?
Did you say prostate?
Prostate.
We don't know. We don't know. We don't know.
Prostrate. Prostrate. No, baby. How about this? Face down at the altar. Prone at the altar. That's where he needs to be. He needs to be face down, prone at the altar. With his tacky prostate, because I thought I put an R in there. Because we ain't gonna talk about that deformed peanut butter that's got a hook and a crook or whatever the hell he said. But this has been, I'm sorry, what?
No, go ahead. I was gonna say I didn't know if you was wrapping up. I was gonna go on over to Miss Hannah, but go ahead.
I'm sorry. All I gotta do is continue to send support and love to Mel and her kids. Hopefully, like whoever ends up handling this, if and when they go to court, is not somebody that Martell went to school with, because that's who I think, that other judge was. Because anybody that would say that male is not trying to co-parent, oh my God. Like, so I feel like this lady had to be at some barbecues or, under the bleachers. This is my opinion, not Diana's. Under the bleachers with that lady in high school. I don't know. It's Huntsville. She seemed to know everybody. Because that's crazy to me. So I don't know. There's no way that that slow slob is not going to be like some way entangled in this because she all the way in it. She can't keep her mouth closed either. If there was ever a case of Dumb and Dumber, it's definitely these two. Little Peanut Butter, Lil Bill, and Lil Tink Tink. And did y'all, Lil Tink Tink ain't got the sense that God gave a gnat. At all. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say. But did y'all see the oh Lord Jesus, it just left my mind. Did y'all Basement Billy's post where he talking about this is an example of bitter women? Did y'all see that post?
Here it is right here, child.
Yes.
So why don't he go
Let me get it out for y'all. He said that Martell is going to be fine. This is a bitter woman doing what she can to tear this man apart. Their children are going to hate them both later for all of this. That is his opinion.
Thier. Thier.
It's obvious they hate him because he stay hidden in the woods most of the time.
I think he keeps getting shut down on IG because he's constantly changing his name.
Right.
Yeah, he's constantly changing his name. So it's definitely something wrong with him, just like it's something wrong with them two Scott brothers that's on the show.
He's mad because Miss Van don't want him. That's what he's mad about. He's mad because Miss Van don't want him. That's what he's mad about.
And don't.
Too much. I'm a visual thinker, so I need to take that out. Okay?
Yeah, I'm not trying to visualize that.
I'm gonna drop down, y'all. I'm so happy that I was able to join the chat tonight.
Thank you, Golden.
You guys have a good Wednesday. I'll go back to the bushes.
Bye, honey. Come back anytime. Okay, we got Miss Terica. How are you, honey?
Oh, I am good. How are you doing, beautiful? Hi, chat. How are you guys?
I'm well. Welcome. And what do you have to say about all of this?
Girl, I'm back because I was over here doing jumping jacks and cartwheels and everything yesterday when I saw this. I mean, I had never been so happy. I had to go look it up for myself to make sure nobody was playing tricks on me because, I've been wanting to meet this man in a dark alley. I told you with a bag of nickels for a while. So I was like, oh, they got him. I didn't know what it was for. I didn't know if he had knocked old crazy upside her head until I read it. And then I said, oh, yeah, it was male. But I didn't want him. I was glad it wasn't something new he had said to her. And I'm glad that I know she is definitely playing chess and not checkers. This is gonna be a strategy definitely towards getting her kids back because I know she cringes every time she go over there and watch that old stupid broad there with her children.
We're gonna see. Listen, this is a little bit of promo, but we're about to see on Saturday night, either Saturday or next week, Melody have the conversation about her AC being at Martell's house. And her kids are there. She said the majority of the time she's there when our kids are there. So we know that these conversations are about to be had on stage. We know that Carlos King is going to point blank ask, "Are you dating her?" And he again says no. So all of this could be used in court, and you know what that means, right? If all of this could be used in court, then what happened here? Look,
because wasn't they not supposed to have just any old random women and stuff around or men around?
Right. She wasn't supposed to have any dudes around, so why can he have
all of that? If all of that could be said in court, then this whole conversation, we're actors, ! Right. Show my real life or don't show anything. How do we not know that this was all a staged little party, right?
Right.
In my opinion. But for sure,
Diana said, how do we know it was all a little
exactly?
Well, I'm glad everything is so methodical right now. I'm glad she has ruined his chances for being on RHOA. because he was looking for a check over there. Because I think he thought he was gonna bring Ariane over there. I really did, and he just don't know. We don't want to see his big old peanut head over there, and we don't want to see little Ron over there, and we don't want to see that old. We don't want to see Big Bird over there. We don't want to see none of them MFs nowhere. So they don't need to have their own show. Because I like I said, this traumatized me because I've been married to my husband 23 years, but his ex-wife used to do that. I would have gladly co-parented. I'm all in favor of all that, but she really, really could not stand me and could not stand the fact that he was happy. So she poisoned those kids, and it took us almost about 20 years to get those kids to like, like come around, like their dad has moved on. We have 6 more kids. It's crazy. So I know what this kind of trauma can do to those kids and to a family, and the negativity, and with her just being in the home being negative against their mother. That's gonna make those kids really resent that woman. And even if she was gonna try to be nice later or come around or get her some sense, that's still their brother's mom, and they ain't gonna be able to stand that woman. They're already not gonna stand the fact that their dad did what he did, no matter what he thinks, by being nice and as many tickets as he wants to buy to whatever shows, is never going to compare to genuine love. And that's something he has not, I can't say he doesn't give, but he doesn't really understand, because he doesn't have genuine love for himself, because he can't treat his ex-wife with kindness and love. That's the one that gave birth to those children, and you are doing everything in your power to destroy her, all because. But I think he's with Ariane. I'm gonna drop down after this, because of the financial. She's around to help him with the money. She's around to help him build that little house, because ain't nobody else gonna do that work. and since mama's too drunk and got to go to work, and Ariane ain't working, that's what's going on. So that whole situation, and he had to keep her close because he knew this was coming down the pipe. And it's almost like when you're married or something, not being able to tell, testify or having to testify against somebody. He wasn't sure how big this was going to get. I don't think he knew what the charge was going to come up as. So I think he kept her kind of snug as a bug under a rug, just in case it came out to a felony. And then, okay, all of a sudden, well, we live together, we cohabitate, so she can't testify, she can plead the fifth and not testify against him, because he knows she holds all the dirt. He keeps her the way he keeps her because she holds all the skeletons in that closet. And if he break her heart, it's all gonna fall apart. But I hope there is a clause in his contract with that now that he's been arrested, that they have to fire him. Carlos can't have no more excuses. There can't be no more excuses why he ain't fired his behind.
This is a good conversation to have. I appreciate you starting this for me, Ms. Yo, even though I know what the majority of you are going to say. But first, let me thank Miss Prosperity 60 for blessing the channel. I appreciate you, boo. I also want to thank the boss lady who said that Mel and Martell sent her a screenshot of the video to shut her up. Then she contacted her attorney. And I'm not for sure who you mean when you said Mel. Oh, Mel said, my apologies, I read that wrong. Mel said that Martell sent her. That's right. That's right. You're correct in communicating that. So thank you both for blessing the channel. Now my question is, with it being, because it has not gone to court yet, again, we don't know what the charges are, but if it is considered a misdemeanor, no jail time, and basically it's just on the record, do you guys think that is, what do you think punishment for him should be? What do you think? Just remove him from the show? Should he not get a job where, or
no?
You want the electric?
No, he should get
it
a.
off?
Well, I think he shouldn't be on the show because he shouldn't be able to make money without dealing with those issues that makes him do those things.
Okay.
But
first off, let me say happy birthday, LaDawn. We're going to move over to you. Happy birthday, LaDawn. Thank you for showing up
Happy birthday,
on my
LaDawn.
channel on your birthday, girl.
Happy birthday.
I hope you had a good one today. I hope you're still celebrating it too. Celebrate all week, child. Uh-oh. Why did I make you quiet?
I'm sick. I couldn't go do nothing. I'm still sick. I can't
You're
go
still
nowhere.
sick? Okay.
I'm in my fuzzy robe, but I'm still blessed and grateful.
Awesome. That's
Amen.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Okay. Now go ahead. What were you saying? I had asked a question and then you were about to give me your thoughts or opinions on that.
No, I was just saying basically that he shouldn't be on the show because those were the places where he was able to use to be able to torment this woman.
So even if
So
it happened off the show, you
he
think
should be
that
off the show, but he can get a regular job, and like the criminals that get their
you're
record,
saying that
and he needs a restraining
Chick-fil-A
order,
is hiring?
and it needs to be a restraining order in place.
Okay.
Thank you.
I
I'm sorry.
honestly think, I think Martell should be off the show because he's not taking the money and giving child support. He's not taking some of that money and help Melody pay for tuition. He's not doing
I think
anything.
Melody said
I
that
know she.
Alabama, if there's two parents who are, they split without financial.
No, I know, I understand that. What
Okay.
I'm saying is, what I'm saying is that still doesn't mean that he don't have to. He shouldn't contribute. A
Oh,
real
no,
father would be like, I don't care what Melody say. I'm gonna whatever sugar mama made in her profits, I'm gonna double that.
Mm-hmm.
Whether she says she don't need the money or not, he could have put that money in a savings account for those children, and they didn't even have to know about it. So Martell doesn't do anything to provide for his children. But you out
How
here,
you
Well, he
know?
provide for coleslaw and hers though.
right? He only
Like,
provided for, and he ain't really providing for her because at the end of the
well, how
day,
y'all know though?
wait a
Y'all
minute, let me.
seem. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just interested in how did the papers come out to say you don't pay nothing?
Papers come out and say what?
Then
Okay,
Martell don't
so
pay
hold on
nothing.
1 second. Let me make sure I get your name. This is Tony. So Tony is asking the question, how do y'all know that Martell doesn't pay anything toward the kids or what he pays? Now, see, I would ask this question too, not because I'm on anybody's side, but because this makes for engaging conversation.
Yeah.
Sometimes people can be super passionate about something. So I like to hear people's opinion.
Because if Martell was providing, he would have food for his kids. The mother wouldn't have to take any food over there for his children. That's something simple that Martell should be able to come up with when he has those kids his week. He should be able to feed them. If you can't go to Walmart and buy those kids some food, that tells me a lot about your parenting. It tells me that you don't do anything for your kids because the mother shouldn't have to bring any food over there for those children. He should have food there already for those children.
Okay.
That's how I know he don't do nothing.
Don't want to do.
Okay.
He can
Okay.
want to.
Let me let Miss LaDawn finish up because I got so many people that I want to make sure I hear everybody's opinion. And I don't think I've heard Tony before. So I definitely want to hear what she has to say. So Miss LaDawn, birthday girl, please finish up what you were saying.
I'm gonna answer that question from my point of view, allegedly, in my opinion, because I can't pinpoint it, but I know I heard Mel say it that
Mhm.
she did not ask for child support
Mhm.
and spousal support when they was going through the divorce. So that's why I said what I said.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
as far as the situation, I just feel like it's not about relishing in people's downfall. As a
Mhm.
lot of you know, especially the members, I had a past 20 years ago, and whatever choices I made, whether I was under distress or dealing with my past trauma, it didn't matter. I had to suffer the consequences. Okay? It ain't like they just plucking you out the book and saying, we're going to make you go through this because we want to see your downfall. No, his actions put him in a situation that has consequences. And I want to see anybody that do anything that go towards a man, woman, no matter what color, child, suffer any consequences that they need to suffer. So am I relishing? No. But as the day
I got
comes that
new information. I'm
go
so sorry.
on.
Nope, go ahead. I'm just gonna let you finish up, but I got information about Martell turning himself in. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I just feel like, when people keep saying I don't relish in people's downfall, it's not about relishing. It's just about actually we're watching their story. They signed up to be reality stars. Don't get mad because you only wanted us to see certain parts of your reality, but the world is different now where we can see all of your reality. They always say Mel got a dark heart, Mel's evil, Mel's that, but don't no paperwork come out about Mel. Ain't nobody coming after her, suing her, this, what, that. Her business ain't got targeted, this, that. Ain't no proof of nothing. But everybody on that show got papers on them, got something going on, and this and that. But they always want to blame Mel for everything. And as far as hotels, Marceau's backyard Billy, saying what he's saying, he's another one. So okay, it's fine to let his side chick go on YouTube and talk about her making up pages and putting out stuff, and she's not supposed to say nothing or do nothing. Just let people talk about her like that, and maybe put this tape around, and she just ain't gonna do nothing. And if she do something, she's bitter, she's angry. No, they're poking at her, and she got to make an example. And I hope he learns his lesson.
Exactly.
Anything else?
Go ahead, my girl.
That's how I feel about it.
Okay.
That's why LaDawn is my boo.
Oh my God.
My
So this is LaDawn. LaDawn is saying, child, not until.
That's right.
You do right by me. Everything you do gonna crumble.
Everything you do gonna crumble. Okay, baby?
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
And scene. We are about to go to. Well, first, look. If you are so inclined, become a member, okay, y'all? I appreciate you. Okay, so I'm going to. Did I finish up with you, Miss LaJohn?
Yes.
Okay. You are welcome to stay up here. I'm going to move over to Miss Hannah Grace. Hey, Miss Hannah.
Hey, Diana and panel and chat.
Hi, Hannah.
Hey, everybody. Happy birthday, LaDawn.
Thank you, Hannah.
Yes, a great conversation. This statement that the publicist wrote is very misleading. And I know she's a publicist, but you got to read. I mean, the only thing that she mentioned was the harassment. I'm very confused about, is it 2 charges? Is it just DV with harassing communications?
Harassing communication falls under the DV. So Huntsville law, or excuse me, Alabama law has a harassment charge that falls under domestic violence if you're harassing a partner, either an ex-partner, a wife, anyone that you have children with is considered domestic violence, whether you live in the house with them or not, whether you used to date or not, whether they are an ex or not, it is still considered domestic violence. And that is why I was saying it looks like it could be 2 charges, but it appears to be 1.
It's only one. Okay, because I guess everybody's been doing their own little investigation, but I saw the part A. I mean, the A in parentheses, and I saw the 7 in parentheses. That made me believe it was 2 different charges. But either way it go, we'll find out. But these people like Tasha K and Jonelle and all of these people that's taken up for Martell is the very reason he keeps on getting away with this stuff that he's getting away with. There's no way on God's green earth that man thought that this misleading statement that she puts in here talking about that basically she's saying it was Martell Holt adamantly denies any intentional harm or harass. You mean to tell me you didn't know that was harassment? You intended to send that text. So and then these people sitting there putting this information in a statement to mislead people. And Tasha K gonna sit up and talk about Melody was scorned in that. I'm sorry for mentioning this other blogger gonna sit up there and say that Curry took. She actually said Curry took Martell from Melody. Misleading, all of this misleading stuff. So that's what I'm saying. All of this stuff that these people are doing. You see Miss Marlene shut her big mouth because people like Coleslaw, Jonelle, it's all these women. You hardly ever see any men sign off on this bull crap. I mean, to the point where they're saying that Melody is bitter. Well, how could I just do not see how anybody could say that she's bitter based upon the fact that she divorced him. Now I could see that she was upset that somebody like Coleslaw sticks her nose and be disrespectful. Anybody would be mad at that kind of stuff. But once she got divorced, who cares about Martell? She is, in my opinion, she went on with her life. It's Martell. And I don't understand why these people don't see that he is the one that keep on with this. And
maybe he wanted to make a statement. Maybe that was his way of trying to slide in his other family. I'm not sure what he had going on. But the biggest thing I want to say, who is dumb enough to keep an intimate video in their phone of you and your wife? Like, do you know how many people steal stuff all the time? Anybody could have broken into his phone. Everything he does doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know. Like, who does that? And there's no telling what's in there of Ariana. You better watch yourself. He probably got all kinds of videos of her, but she may be happy with it. I don't know. But yeah, I just,
his wife, he gonna do her 20 times worse.
Exactly. I don't know why women don't pay attention. Well, when I was younger, I was dumb too. But in my 30s, I was beyond that. Maybe the 20s,
Right.
not the 30s. Come on now.
Right.
Yeah. So he may have to run off and marry her now. She may get what she wants ultimately, and then find out that's not what she really wants. But yeah, I'm waiting to hear from Mel's team. I'm just praying everybody stay safe. As more information is coming out, that's good. We're learning a little bit more. I was like, well, maybe they just decided to not do anything about this. Maybe they negotiated something. I didn't think anything was going to happen. I didn't know, but I forgot, stuff in the justice system, those wheels move kind of slow sometimes. Look how long it takes people to get child support. So this is not surprising. But the last thing I'll say is that statement that his publicist made about it being unintentional, whatever. The moment you hit send on your phone, it's intentional. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not a person, a law expert, obviously. But if you send something, you meant to do it. You didn't do that on purpose. I mean, like by accident, you sent it, and then you had a back and forth with the person.
That's intent. Talking about it and planning
Exactly.
and bringing other people in on it.
Yeah, and I don't know how Ariana doesn't have any part in this when she received it and talked about it and possibly showed it to people. That may come later. You see how long this took. So that may be something that comes later. And the very last thing I'll say is Marceau can keep that political statement, thoughts and prayers. I'm so sick of thoughts and prayers. Not that we don't think or we don't pray, but if another person coming from him, they probably up there laughing their ass off and talking about how dumb Martell is. And then maybe thinking, oh my gosh, did I get that tape? They may be coming after me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just probably thinks he's stupid. He's putting everybody at risk, his family first, his kids. Just being dumb. Like I'm not gonna say that the man is not altogether there, but he's very emotional. He thinks like a child, in my opinion. This is my very own opinion.
Okay.
I think he's very emotional. He goes off about things. We've seen all of this on television. We've seen it online, so he just ain't that smart. He's just not. But anyway, you all have a wonderful night. We just pray for
another
everybody's
post
safety.
has come in, child.
What we got now? Breaking news.
Diana, you keep getting
Oh
it
my
wrong.
God.
What happened now?
What is it?
Oh God.
Hold on, child.
I'm sitting down.
I don't even know. I'm sitting here playing with this phone. Every time I turn it, this phone
Child, let me just sit here for a minute.
I'm sitting
hold
down.
on. How many? I think Martell has spoken.
Oh God.
More lies. More lies.
I thought he was supposed to be quiet.
Exactly.
Didn't they say that earlier?
He's gonna put his foot in his mouth. That's what they do.
That's what Tasha K said.
Yeah, I was listening to her. He's supposed to
With
be
her
quiet.
old trifling self.
Child.
Let's hear what Damien got to say.
Hold on. I want to see the date on this. Okay. Sorry about that. False alarm. So this sent me something do recognize this. I do recognize this post from 2 years ago, so I'm not going to read it. I'm going to let the post that I just read stand. I'm not going to read something from 2 years ago outside of the one that Melody had made. Y'all know which one that is. Hold on, let me put it back up here, child. This is the post that set it off. Nope, not that one. My bad. Hold on. Right here. This is a post that set it off, and that's the one that is it appears to be the one that is referenced in the statement that came out earlier today, which is
misunderstanding.
Yeah, there was a misunderstanding. A text went to an accuser. They're calling the victim, the accuser, harassment text message, that it was a misunderstanding and that there was no intentional harm or harassment. So that is what is being communicated. And again, you guys can check out this video if you have not seen it. Melody calls this a day of revelation. This video was posted, I believe, back in March. I might drop the link. I'll actually put the link in the comment section so you guys can check it out when I release this video. Okay,
I'm going to look at that, and I'm also going to go back and look at that Queen Sheba interview again. I am. I think all of us in unison should have said BS. I mean, this. I'm done with them. Like, this is crazy.
But do Martell understand? I mean, I'm speaking allegedly and in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Does he not understand that when you go before a judge and you are being accused of some kind of revenge plot, and that's something that the kids could have been on the internet and came across that? Do he not think the judge is not going to take all that in consideration? Those kids are involved. They could have came across the video on the internet. Don't he think the judge going to think about that?
He doesn't think.
He doesn't care.
He don't think. He don't think. He just
doesn't care.
He's just an empty vessel. That's what he is.
So we're about to see everything that is going down. We've been on for a little while though, and of course, as always, you guys are always amazing. I cannot thank you enough for coming up and really keeping this live going, keeping the chat going. All became subscribers and or members, so I appreciate that. And yeah, I'm gonna drop that link for the video, the Day of Revelation. You guys can check that out again, and talk to me in the comments. Still, this video was absolutely informative and juicy. Yeah. So make sure that y'all share it too. Okay, get the word out as much as we can. But outside of that, ladies, I appreciate every single one of y'all. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yes, we love you.
Good night, y'all.
We love you. And to Mel's team, if you guys are listening, we are definitely on your side. Like, I'll be glad when this all comes over, and keep them in prayer.
As you can. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking it out with me tonight. Y'all stayed on. It's only 9:33. Is it? What time is it, child? I'm talking wrong. It's 10:48. It's still a school night though, child. I appreciate everybody sticking around with me until the end of this video. Hit that like button on your way out, okay? And that's pretty much it. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.